Okay, in the first part of these videos, of this pair, I'm going to sketch y is equal to x squared minus 6 over x squared plus 4x plus 5. So, the first thing that we want to do is to try and determine where the vertical asymptotes are. So that's where the denominator is 0. So that would imply that x squared plus 4x plus 5 is 0. Now, can this be factorised? Now, on looking at it initially, it doesn't look like it can. If we check using the discriminant, b squared minus 4ac, well that's 16, 4 squared, take away 4 lots of 1 times 5, so that's take away 20. Now that's minus 4, so that's negative. So because the discriminant is negative, that must mean that there are no vertical asymptotes. Okay. How about where it crosses the x-axis? Now it crosses the x-axis when the numerator is 0. So x squared minus 6 is 0, so x must be plus or minus the square root of 6. So we've got minus root 6 and we've got positive root 6. What else do we have here? What about where the horizontal asymptote is? Does it have a horizontal asymptote? Well, dividing through by x squared, we're going to have 1 minus 6 over x squared over 1 plus 4 over x plus 5 over x squared. So as x gets very large and positive, this fraction, this fraction, this fraction will tend to 0. So we're going to have y is equal to 1 as the horizontal asymptote. Okay. Now how about where it crosses the y-axis? That's when x is 0. So when when x is 0, y is equal to minus 6 over 0 plus 5. So minus 6/5. So minus 6/5 is down here. Okay? So, last part is trying to determine what's happening at the asymptotes. Okay? So, as x gets very, very large, so let's try when x is 100. So when x is 100, let's see what we get. So we're going to plug that into the calculator. So we've got 100 squared, take away 6 on the top, and we've got 100 squared plus 4, lots of 100, plus 5 on the bottom. So we get y is 9994 over 10405. Okay, well that's less than 1, and so the curve does not go above y equals 1. And so I'd be expecting the curve to do something like this. Okay? Now let's try when x is minus 100. So when x is minus 100, we're going to get 100 squared, take away 6, divided by minus 100 squared, take away 400, plus 5, and we get 9994 over 9605. Now that is greater than 1. So at some point, the curve goes over the horizontal asymptote y is equal to 1, and then back on itself in order to tend towards that line. So, as we've seen in the previous video, you can have a curve crossing a horizontal asymptote. They can't cross a vertical one, but they can cross a horizontal one, as you can see from this example. So